Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. This is taken near the 13. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What? Hey, lock it.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Slam, slam, slam. Let's go. Hit it.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Here's 2nd and 8. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Switch up, switch up.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll look to throw. Caught here by Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Get you running. Get you running. 54 up.
Murray now on 1st down. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 54 at the 30-yard line.
Joker.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. 20. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, 42 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On play action, they'll throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And an alley to run. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. I'm coming.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Bills.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got it. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be... And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the 1st. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A big gain on the play. Still brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 30 base. Hey, check. Slam. Blue draw, Corker. Check, hot route. Hot. Hey, foxtrot. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, Murray. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll set up a throw. That's complete. It's Bell. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
General West. Switch.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. Got him in, it's Brown. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Don't get nervous. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 53.
Mike 54. Come on, D.
First down, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
58 for Mike. 58 for
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey. Watch twins. Watch twins.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Watch twins. Watch the twins. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check.
Breida to get the third quarter started. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Switch. Check 26. Check 26.
Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Adam Thielen. 97 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Chark, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop the throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
First down, Buffalo.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw taken in by Snead. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And an alley to run. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Check down to Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First down, Bills.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead,
and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Joey Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray now to throw. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll toss it to Breida. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Darquan. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you